good afternoon on what is a bright, sunny and mild day. It is Saturday, 16th of October, and I'm back in the Reading Nook, and I've got some parcels, and of course a nice hot cup of tea. And the first parcel I'm going to open is this one from Amazon. So here we go. Okay, comes away nice easily. And what we've got inside is a copy of Midnight Atlanta by Thomas Mullen. Now, this is a sort of a cross between a detective fiction and police procedural. Both of which I enjoy reading. This one is a little bit different, and in general, I tend to opt for ones that are that are kind of a little bit different, which you can tell by the subtitle. There we go. Atlanta, 1956. There's news and there's the truth. So, Atlanta, 1956. When Arthur Bishop, editor of Atlanta's leading black newspaper, is killed in his office, cop-turned-journalist Tommy Smith finds himself in the crosshairs of the racist cops he's been trying to avoid. To clear his name, he needs to learn more about the dangerous story Bishop had been working on. Meanwhile, Smith's ex-partner, Lucius Boggs, and White Sergeant Joe McInnes, the only white cop in the black precinct, find themselves caught between meddling federal agents, racist detectives, and communist activists as they try to solve the murder. With a young Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. making headlines of his own and tensions in the city growing, Boggs and Smith find themselves back on the same side on a hunt for the truth that will put them both at risk. A good man killed, a city in conflict, a country waking up, and the latest novel in a stunning literary crime series. So yes, this is a part of a series. It's the third one in the series. The other two are Darktown and Lightning Men. And the series really sort of like tells the story of basically Tommy Smith and Lucius Boggs, who during the 1950s in Atlanta in the Deep South, they join the Atlanta City Police Department, and which is obviously for the period and the time a brave step to take, because not only do they have to face the racism endemic of the period, they have to face the racism of their peers on the force who do not see them as equals. And then there is the attitudes of their own community towards them, some supportive, some not, because they are police officers. And so that sets up a lot of the tensions in the series. And it's how they cope with this difficult setting, and they progress in their careers, in and out the police force. Essentially, one of them leaving, one of them staying, and it's the cases they investigate. So Darktown, I believe, if I recall, it's a series of killings, and then Lightning Men. It's about the segregation of neighbourhoods and driving out affluent African Americans who are buying up neighbourhoods, and essentially the racists who don't want that to happen. So that's Lightning Men. This one is basically the latest one in the series. Has got lots of praise, essentially, from New York Times, Guardian, to The Economist, and so on. Interesting thing is. So that's really interesting, basically, because it says, for The Economist, fine, unflinching, gripping, A.D. Miller, The Economist. That's interesting because I didn't think they actually attributed anybody writing The Economist. It was all The Economist. But then again, that's going back to my days when I was writing dissertations, and I was quoting from The Economist but couldn't find out any attribution, and discovered that they didn't do them at that time. So, hold on, it's... let's have a look. There we go. Basically almost 400 pages, 379, and we've got acknowledgements as well. That's a bit of background to the book, and we get into essentially further writing and what he researched. There's interesting books in here. So we have a list of Atlantic-specific titles for his research, and then we have civil rights era America. Again, this would be interesting for further reading, and then pre-civil rights South, the press, housing and race, crime and policing, and other topics. So there's an extensive. It's bibliography. Then I actually really do like a good bibliography, because essentially it's pointing to you, well, where did you do your research? Where can I read further? Because only some of the content from those books is going to make it into, for example, a detective novel. I mean, you know, and there'll be other. He'll choose the most interesting or the most appropriate, but there's still interesting content in those other books. So I am really looking forward to reading this. It's been a really good series so far. In fact, I may actually go back and read the first two before I get into this one. So yeah, that's Midnight Atlanta. And if you like detective fiction, then this is really enjoyable. If you like your detective fiction different, again, good reason. Also, because it's a detective fiction told from a different point of view. So yeah, that's Midnight Atlanta by Thomas Mullen. All right, well, thank you for watching another unboxing in the Nook. If you have enjoyed this, then please do click the like button. And if you want to comment or feedback, then please do post those. I do appreciate you taking the time. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me with some. Okay, getting caught up here. Where you will see me with some parcels and a book or a game, which I will talk about to the best extent of my knowledge, roughly 10 minutes or so, all accompanied, of course, by a nice hot cup of tea. Then please do hit that subscribe button. In the meantime, thank you again for watching, and I'll be back again soon with another unboxing in the Nook. Bye for now.